Chairman Moran and Ranking Member Blumenthal and members of the committee, I am pleased to be here today to discuss GAO's examination of the physical security of VA's medical facilities. The VA employs 188,000 healthcare workers and serves 9 million enrolled veterans. Who keeps them safe? Over 4,300 officers, physical security specialists, and investigators, and 800 contract security guards. VA police officers play a unique and important role. They are often the first and last person that a veteran who may be in crisis sees when they seek care at a VA medical facility. They have to balance their safety and security role with ensuring that there is a welcoming and open environment for our veterans. I hope the work that we did that was released today will help move the needle and get things moving in a direction that benefits veterans, the healthcare workers that serve them, and the police officers that protect them. We examined 3 issues in our review. First, we looked at criminal activity at VA medical facilities. VA police reported over 74,000 crimes at VA medical facilities in fiscal year 24 and 25. Most were nonviolent, and crimes at facilities in urban areas were 2 times higher than in rural areas. Second, we examined the status of VA implementation of federal security requirements. It's a mixed story. VA implemented our recommendations from 2013 and 2014, calling on them to make its risk assessment methodology aligned with federal security standards. But, for example, they still need to address our 2018 recommendations to revise their risk management policies to better reflect federal standards and develop an oversight strategy to assess its risk management programs. And finally, we examined VA's processes for obtaining and incorporating security and threat information into its capital planning. We determined that VA's capital investment planning process is consistent with best practices and federal standards. The one issue we found was that 2 VISNs failed to meet the VA goal to close 95% of security gaps identified through the capital planning process. The reason gave was that they were never told they were lagging behind. So we have a recommendation to address this in our released report. Now, central to our work was covert testing. We needed to test the current physical security situation at VA medical facilities so we could shed light on the impact of their efforts to date. We chose 30 sites across the country in urban and rural areas, large medical centers, and smaller clinics with a range of security levels. Unfortunately, we identified serious issues. While our testing was not generalizable, the results indicate a higher potential for system-wide failures. During these covert tests, we were able to carry prohibited weapons into 30 of 30 VA medical facilities. We were able to drink from large, clearly labeled alcohol bottles while inside the waiting rooms of 25 of 26 facilities. And in other facilities, we were able to sometimes walk into prohibited areas. While we didn't identify any criminal activity on the part of any VA staff, we were shocked that we could freely walk into these facilities with all kinds of things without being checked. That we could openly drink water out of a vodka bottle. This is especially concerning given that in 2024 and 2025, over 74,000 crimes were committed at VA medical facilities. While the majority were nonviolent, over 5,000 were weapons-related crimes, and over 6,000 were drug-related crimes. This is a serious issue and needs to be addressed immediately in a strategic way with leadership support from the top. We have a lot of questions for VA. What's the progress to fill the vacancies for VA police officers? What more is VA going to do to support its police officers? What is the plan to address the over 3,000 recommendations in the risk assessments that VA never responded to? If VA does all of these things, is it going to be enough to address the enterprise-wide failures that we identified? Is there a culture issue? Is it a training issue? Is it a resources issue? Is there a need for more controls to ensure proper oversight? These are the type of questions that we'll be asking VA moving forward. Thank you again for inviting GAO to this important hearing. I look forward to answering any questions.